Today for my solo training, I was doing some Muay Thai training. Well, not really Muay Thai training because I can't really kick very often because of my back injuries. So I would say some dirty pugilism would be more accurate. So when I work empty hands on the bag, usually I'll do like 4 or 5 rounds with gloves on and 2 or 3 rounds without gloves. My rounds are 2 minutes long, and I take 45-second breaks in between each round, and I do an exercise in that 45 seconds. Today I just did squats. My legs could feel those squats this morning when I got up. So, like I said in my last video, this is my way of staying fit. I don't really like weightlifting. I can't commit to it for any length of time unless I combine it with this kind of training. That's just the way I am. Hitting a heavy bag is one of the most important things to do if you want functional striking skills. Now, for me, I specialize, or I think I specialize, or I love, maybe specialize is the wrong term, but I enjoy working in the clinch, nice and close, working my elbows, some headbutts. I really think that this kind of work is important because people will close distance. And you need to be able to work in that clinch range, because that range, statistically, according to a few recent studies on violence, is the most important range to know because it's the most likely range you will encounter in real violence. Now here I'm working without gloves, and you'll see I do a lot more swatting, and you'll see some hammer fists in here. And if you look carefully, you'll notice where I'm grabbing the bag, like I'm sinking my fingers into the top part of the bag. There was an eye jab. So I'm not just using punches, I'm using my hands differently. And that was a lifting headbutt, like I was envisioning somebody taller than me and my head's under their chin. Now see where I'm grabbing there, the side of the bag? In my mind, I'm grabbing the ears or the hair of somebody. I don't train for sport anymore. Although I use sport training as a way to improve my skills. I spar with my Muay Thai fighters and, work on functional skills. Sport fighting is probably one of the most functional ways to train. And people who have derision towards it and say, oh, it's limited in your striking. Yes, sure, it's limited in your striking because you're following rules. But if you don't spar, you don't fight, you don't hit heavy bags, you don't train like a combat athlete, I'm sorry, your fighting skills are probably not nearly as functional as the average Muay Thai fighter or the average boxer or the average grappler. Anyway, that's just my thoughts.